And here come the Saints. Santa Fe Saints, the #1 team in the nation, out onto the field. David Lee on the hill for Santa Fe. We'll have Kyle run through the defensive setup for the Saints.
I can do that, Scott. In the outfield, Cole Parks is over there in left field. Robbie Hanlon is in center, and Kyle Phillips is over there in right field. Defensively along the infield, Steven Smith at third, Brandon Hernandez at shortstop, Tyler Kinney playing second base for the Saints, Hugo Valdez over there at first base, Matt Allen behind the plate and pitching for Santa Fe, David Lee.
David Lee, a University of Florida commit, and DHing today, Hayden Kano. And Kyle, how about what's Chipola's lineup look like this evening? The #2 in the state, Chipola College Indians, facing off against #1 Santa Fe.
For the Indians, leading off #6, the center fielder Jay Estes. In the 2-hole, #5, the second baseman Wood Myers. Jose Caballero, the shortstop, #7, hitting in the 3-hole. In the cleanup spot, the designated hitter Reynaldo Riviera, #35. The right fielder Reese Cooley, #27. Following Kiner Colmenares, third baseman, #13. Tyler Osick, the first baseman, #15. And then in the 8th slot, actually need to pull up that player real quick. Sorry about that.
That's right. It's Franklin Van Gerp. I actually was looking at that one too. That's number 55,
Franklin Van Gerp, the catcher. And then in the 9-hole, Taquan White, the left fielder, #3.
And they've got their best pitcher statistically going, Landon Faulkner, 2.37 ERA, 6-1 record, 76 strikeouts in 64 and 2/3 innings. So David Lee ready to go for the Saints against Jay Estes, the center fielder for Chipola College. Chipola College run ruled in their victory, picked up a run rule victory, I should say, yesterday against St. Pete, 10-2. That was their first game. Santa Fe's first game was against Eastern Florida. They won 6-1. So the second game for both teams, and this is the first winner's bracket game and a huge one. You want to win this one because then one more gets you into the championship game. David Lee all the way to the backstop, 2-1. Lee with some good numbers, 3.06 ERA. He's 6-1, 56 strikeouts in 53 innings. He's made 12 starts, second on the team to Trent Johnson. That's a base hit to left field, starting off for Jay Estes. A single for the center fielder, and now Wood Myers, the second baseman, will come to the plate.
Sorry for not having that 8-hole batter, Van Gerp, there. I was copying over the lineup because they actually have the same exact lineup that they did yesterday. So I was using theirs, and then the notice that the one change was there at the catcher position. Van Gerp playing in place of, I believe, Rojas started yesterday.
Yes, that is correct.
For Chipola.
Well, Wood Myers up with Estes at first. And Estes, 23 stolen bases, second on the team to Caballero, who had 27. Caballero is on deck. 101 steals total for the team, for the Indians. Pitch down low, 2-0. Well, David Lee has been very good this year. His one issue at times has been his control. He throws hard, he throws in the low 90s, but he has struggled at moments to throw strikes. Outside corner for a strike, and if he's getting that one, he'll be in business. Pitch on the black. Two-one, the throw over. Estes back in safely. Both of these teams would love to get off to a good start. Try to score early. The weather questionable right now at best on whether it's going to hold up or not. Estes goes, throw.
Good throw.
And nails him at second base. Estes thrown out by Matt Allen. Allen guns him down, and the Santa Fe crowd gives him a cheer. Estes got a pretty good jump. Matt Allen's
only allowed 7 stolen bases this year.
He throws out a lot of runners. He has a really good arm, and we'll see if that affects the way Chipola's running game goes.
So caught stealing is Jay Estes.
And then a base on balls. So Estes probably upset with himself for going because he would have been on second base anyways. Wood Myers walks. Good at bat by Myers. Patient getting on base. Jose Caballero now batting with a runner at first base. And 1 out.
He's a freshman from Panama City, Panama. 5'10", 185 is Caballero. He's hitting .346, 9 homers, 42 RBIs, and 27 stolen bases. As you mentioned earlier, Scott, Caballero, dangerous once he gets on the base paths.
I got 27 steals, and if you were wondering why we have no center field camera, there he gets hit by a pitch. It's because of the weather. We don't have enough coverage out there for the camera, so we're not able to run that camera. The one up here is undercover. So 2 on, 1 out. Caballero hit by the pitch.
David Lee starting out having a little bit of control issues.
Yeah, we've seen that from a lot of pitchers in this tournament.
Seems like we have a common theme.
Yeah, it has been something that it seems like pitchers from almost every team have struggled with. This is only the second game for both of these teams, and Trent Johnson threw a gem, and Chipola's starting pitcher.
Just like you said, though, and David Lee, he's got the most walks on the team for this Santa Fe Saints pitching staff. 35 on the year in only 53 innings pitched.
Yeah, he gets, you know,
we talked about yesterday, you can be wildly effective, though.
Yeah, you can have that effectiveness if you can hit your spots most of the time, because then you can get them to chase outside of the zone. But you have to be consistent enough in the strike zone to where they're willing to swing at something that's off the plate.
And when you've got a team fielding 964 behind you, certainly helps. Count 2 balls, 1 strike.
2-2. First and second, 1 out. 2-2 to Rivera. There it is, right there. Breaking pitch in for a strike, and that is the put-away pitch for David Lee. Looking was Rivera, and he was just completely fooled, not expecting that pitch at all. David Lee bends it in for a strike, and now Reese Cooley, the right fielder, will bat, number 27.
Brings up the right fielder, number 27, Reese Cooley.
Cooley, 6'1", 205, out of Fleming Island.
Pitch up for ball 1. Now ball 2 to Cooley.
6:19 here in Lakeland. We're over at historic Henley Field. The lights are on.
And we're hoping to play through some weather that's expected. And it hasn't looked great. 3-0 now to Cooley. A walk would load the bases.
Well, we're about 2 hours behind right now. This game was expected, or we hoped it would
scheduled,
start.
Yeah.
Scheduled to start 4 p.m. We got started at 6:10. Inside
corner strike from Lee. Now 3-1 to Cooley. No, they didn't have to wet the infield down. The rain did it, so that saved probably 15 minutes of prep time and helped the game get started much sooner than it would have. It was initially 6:20. It went at 6:10. Cooley swings. Now 3-2.
Not
Lee,
able to check his swing on that.
Lee has fought back. And Cooley went well around on that. We'll see if Lee can get another strike in here and get out of this inning. Chipola threatening. Three-two pitch. Down and in, ball 4 to Cooley. Bases are now loaded for Kiner Colmerantz. Second walk of the inning to go along with a hit by pitch.
Up to third baseman, number 13,
So 3 free passes and a hit. The hit was erased on a caught stealing.
Colmenares hitting .374 on the year. 4 home runs, 30 RBIs.
Outside, ball 1. We'll see how long Coach Wiggs will stick with the pitcher struggling to throw strikes. It is the first inning. A lot of guys do have trouble in the first. We'll see if he can harness it. That one goes to the backstop, and a run is going to come home on the wild pitch that was over the head of the batter. So 1-0 Chipola. They take the early lead and put the pressure on the Saints. Lee misses wildly, and he is not even remotely close to the strike zone right now.
There is action already in Santa Fe's bullpen down there.
Yeah, Coach Wiggs is not going to mess around. It's too important of a game. It would not surprise me if David Lee was pulled from the game now, but I could be wrong. Coach Wiggs may just make a trip out to the mound to let his guys warm up. Coach Wiggs, Coach Johnny Wiggs, headed out there now to have a discussion with David Lee, and Matt Allen will turn back around. The infielders headed back towards the pitcher's mound. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Well, David Lee has walked 3 batters and hit a batter, also given up a hit in this inning. And another ball and a walk here would score a run. A run already scored on a wild pitch. And that one hits him. So Chipola is not really doing much, but scoring runs. And doesn't matter how you do it. You get hit, a wild pitch, a walk. Just got to win. And Chipola right now is winning. David Lee will be removed from the game. We'll have a pitching change in the first inning for Santa Fe. And we'll be back. Ricky Miranda on the hill for the Santa Fe Saints. David Lee just lasted 2/3 of an inning. Rough start for the Santa Fe sophomore.
He'll be on the hook for potentially 5 runs?
Yes, he's on the hook for 3 more. Tyler Osick was hit by that pitch. And you know, he kind of stuck his knee out, but when you were having control issues like that, umpire's not giving you that call. And it was going at his knee, don't get me wrong. I mean, that was hit by pitch. And Lee just didn't have it. Chipola has gotten some runs that they're happy to take. They didn't have to do a whole lot to get them.
Well, I don't care what sport it is. You're going to have days like that.
You are.
You're going to have a day where you can't make a putt, where you can't throw balls over the plate. You're going to have days like that. You hope it's not in the state tournament.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Ricky Miranda bins one in. Van Gerp stuck that elbow out there trying to do something, I'm not sure. But Franklin Van Gerp, the catcher. Outside corner, and Ricky Miranda has come out throwing strikes.
Give you Miranda's numbers real quick. Miranda has a 4.76 ERA. He's allowed 12 earned runs on the season and walked 9. He's pitched just over 22 innings, 22.2 innings pitched.
Oh, and he's coming in a situation where he's going to be asked to throw multiple innings. He's not out there just to get out of this inning. And the umpire that time, well, that's the second time Van Gerp has stuck that elbow out there. First time he tried on a curveball that actually went across the plate. This time, and he knew it. He steps back in there, the count 2-2. Oh, with that armor that they wear now, I think Miranda, a little bit worried about hitting him, has now worked a 3-2 count. Two outs. Runners will be on the move. Swing and a miss. Ricky Miranda gets the strikeout, and the Saints get out of the inning. 2 runs allowed. Both charged to starter David Lee, and Ricky Miranda is pumped up, heading over into the dugout. Well, 8 batters to the plate, 2 runs scored. There was 3 walks, 2 hit by pitch, just 1 hit recorded by Chipola to get those 2 runs. But it doesn't matter how you get them. Now we're going to see Landon Faulkner, one of the best pitchers in the state, one of the best pitchers probably in the country, arguably. He'll go up against Brandon Hernandez, Tyler Kinney, and Matt Allen. When we return, bottom of the first coming up. Well, the wind has picked up. It is whipping, blowing in. Chipola College scored 2 runs in the first inning on 1 hit, 3 walks, 2 hit batters. Could have had a third, but the umpire called back Van Gerp for sticking his elbow out. Saints will now have to fight back from a 2-0 deficit. It's still early. They haven't even stepped to the plate yet, so a lot of time left. He's going to have to get a better pitching performance than they had.
Number 2, Brandon Hernandez.
For Santa Fe, Brandon Hernandez will lead off. Tyler Kinney in the 2-hole. Matt Allen hitting third. In the cleanup position, Hugo Valdez. In the 5-hole, Steven Smith, the third baseman, hitting 6th. Hayden Kano. Batting 7th, Kyle Phillips. 8th, Cole Parks. And in the 9 slot, Robbie Hanlon, the Santa Fe center fielder.
Brandon Hernandez stands in there with a 1-1 count. Landon Faulkner, inside corner strike. There was some thunder, and we'll see what that means.
Thank you to everybody watching.
2-2.
I know there's a few of you back in Gainesville.
Comes a 2-2 pitch to Hernandez. That's down in the dirt. Everybody in Mariana, Florida, thank you for tuning in to the game as well. I hope the weather is not as bad as it is here in Mariana or Gainesville, although my wife said it is raining pretty hard and it's been pretty crummy in Gainesville.
I think it's going to be pretty crummy across the state.
Yeah, that storm, that Africa-shaped storm that we referenced last game that actually looked exactly like the continent of Africa for a few minutes on the radar. And it almost covered, it was about as big as probably 2/3 of the state of Florida. And it's been slowly kind of breaking apart and spreading. And it was all red, yes. Hernandez out towards center. Center fielder comes in to play it. It'll fly out to start the game for Brandon Hernandez.
He hit that one hard.
But it's got it a little bit off the end of the bat.
That was right to Estes out in center field. We'll go ahead and run through the Chipola defense for you really quickly. Across the outfield is Taquan White in left, Jay Estes in center, and Reese Cooley over in right. Across the infield, Kiner Colmenares at third, Jose Caballero at shortstop, Wood Myers at second base, and Tyler Osick over at first. Franklin Van Gert behind the plate, and as we discussed, Landon Faulkner pitching for the Indians.
Oh, Faulkner had a very good season, and he's 2-0 to Tyler Kinney, but Faulkner throws hard. And we'll see the Saints are going to have to be patient. He didn't walk a whole bunch of batters. That one's a strike. That is a good pitch. Outside corner low. Tough to hit that one. Two one, in tight. Well, the Saints need to try to make Faulkner throw some pitches. You may not get the runs back right away, but make Faulkner work, and there's a walk issued to Tyler Kinney, the 20th walk issued in 65 innings for Faulkner.
Brings up the catcher, number 14, Matt Allen.
One out, one on. And Matt Allen, the catcher, Liberty University signee, with Hugo Valdez, the Key West native, on deck. Lightning in the area. Rick Hitt has come out. The players must clear the field. So we'll come back. Tyler Kinney will be on first. And again, player safety. Got to do it. No choice. Lightning in the area. It's the rules, and it is for player safety. And obviously, that is of the utmost concern right now, is making sure that the players, umpires, coaches, and everyone else is safe. So they will go take cover. And we'll come back with the Saints, a runner at first, one out, bottom of the first. We will leave this up on the screen for you, and we'll let you know when we come back. But stick with us. It's just been one of those weeks so far, and it's probably not going to get any better. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are under another rain delay, and it is expected to be pretty nasty, so we are going to cut the broadcast off and come back when the game resumes. We will pause the broadcast and then bring it back, but we have to pack up all the equipment. The rain is nasty, the wind is nasty, so again, we apologize for the inconvenience, but at this time, we feel like it is the best move to pack everything up. The players are actually leaving the field. It appears as though Chipola is heading back to their hotel for the time being. So if that tells you the length that we could be here, that is an indicator for you right there. So again, we will be off the air until the game resumes. And we do not know when that is going to be. We have no idea. We're at the mercy of Mother Nature. We will return, hopefully, when the weather is appropriate. Thank you.